If you're just now tuning in, picked a great time. Go watch the Rocket League Championship Series. NRG, the Titans of North America, against the new hotness, Justin, Magic Bear, and Cheese. It's Gen.G versus NRG for the title of Open 4 champ.
The last time these two teams met, the final game went 9-2 in favor of Gen.G. Game 1 brought to you by Progressive as we kick off our grand final on the road to Raleigh. Who will start it off literally as well as you can? Let's find out.
Off the rip, I mean, Gen.G, they've got a huge target on their back against this NRG squad. And of course, yes, Gen.G has been on an up and up, but so has NRG. Like we heard mentioned too, the Revenge Tour has officially begun, and so has the series. First shot to NRG.
20th goal on the weekend for Beast Mode. Really finding his groove. Had a season-high 4 goals in a game in the previous series when they shellacked Complexity. Beast Mode has fired up at just the right time. Here we go, Magic Bear, past one. Beast Mode's right there, and he'll just roll that over to Daniel. NRG, when they reach this stage of a tournament, plays on a completely different level, and anything you might have done to them in the previous stages does not matter. They adapt better than anybody we've seen in the region, and we're seeing it already as they try to put the clamps on Gen.G.
Cheese reset towards that net there. Magic Bear tried to solo it on his own. Up next, the new one on the squad. Shot on target sent off by Atomic. Demoed for his efforts though. As Gen.G still tried to push this ball upfield. Magic Bear to slow it down a little bit here. Nice little clear to the backboard, and NRG, they do have to respect what Gen.G is going to be bringing to the table here. They got pummeled by them yesterday, but like you said, it is another story when you see NRG in a grand final scenario.
Oh, Atomic was going to pass that out to Daniel, but Daniel was already up in the air. So Atomic will instead opt for Beast Mode. Justin tried to cover the backboard, but it's Cheese that has to come across and finally swipe that ball away. Justin thought about it. Magic Bear will just take a pot shot, easily controlled by Daniel. And NRG will go right back to work now. The teams will feel each other out here, throwing jabs at each other for the first few minutes of game 1. See exactly what the others bring into the table, but you can expect plenty of fireworks, even for this NRG team that, again, doesn't score in bunches, and they try to play this more methodical, slow, defensive style. Beast Mode blocked by Justin. Just, you have it kind of in the back of your mind that NRG is going to have to win a shootout or two if they're going to avenge their earlier loss.
And they do have to step it up defensively, right? That was the big question mark on this NRG squad as to what had gone down between these two teams yesterday. Of course, as of now, they are holding fairly strong. Same can be said for Gen.G as this one out mid, Magic Bear to follow. Taking his time, he's trying to get a path cleared out for him, but no bump on Beast Mode means a nice big clear for NRG.
Atomic, staying with that play. Went by Beast Mode despite the demo, but Justin's back for it. Atomic be able to turn on this. He threatened. Magic Bear can't stay with the play, and the demos come through against Cheese, against Magic Bear. Leaves Justin all alone in midfield. NRG will look to capitalize, but all they can do is just kind of dink and dump it right back into the Gen.G zone. And it comes right back into NRG territory. After all those demos, they just kind of bought themselves only a few seconds. Weren't able to capitalize any further.
Cheese taking his time. Nice touchdown over to Magic Bear. Justin has to rush to follow it, but he also has no boost still, though. Manages to make a play out to Cheese. Another shot on net for this Gen.G squad. Couple of gathered shots. Nothing too extremely threatening, though. Magic Bear's going to try and do another one. Another slow shot, though, and that's not what Gen.G need. They need to get back into these laser beams that they were able to pull off in their last series and even yesterday. For now, NRG do it to them. Daniel off the backboard, pinch out into the corner. Low control for Gen.G as it goes back to the hands of Beast Mode.
7 shots on target for Gen.G, but none have struck true just yet. Magic Bear let it come cleanly off the backboard, and Beast Mode's gonna make him pay
I mean, you see a tiny little bit of space on this one, and it started with Atomic's demo, right? Cheese had gone a little further out than most to go and get that boost, and you would have thought he'd had enough time, but time didn't match the speed that Beast Mode had on that shot, and now less than a minute to go. NRG up 2-0. Can play just a very heavy defensive game here to lock out this game number 1.
NRG back in a grand final, back on top. Still 40 seconds of work to be done. Magic Bear has Justin coming on. Not much boost in the tank. Beast Mode will just corral this ball, keep it close to the vest. No need to just give it away for free. Make Cheese come up and burn some boost. Daniel, great recovery on the top of the back wall. Able to stay with the play, get the ball downfield, make Gen.G work even more. And they're expending boost and time that they do not have. Cheese for Justin. It's wide, and that's gonna do it for game number 1 as Gen.G can't convert at the last. Final seconds will tick away. NRG on top.
I mean,
on Aquadome. Right now, it's only Forbidden Temple. We go to game 2, see if Gen.G can bounce back against NRG at the Temple.
a lot of room for improvement for Gen.G. Plenty of time to get into this series as well. But NRG, they're in a sprint to try and take down Gen.G for some revenge after what happened to them yesterday, like you said. And this one, out in the air. Magic Bear, not enough boost to finish it. Daniel, just enough to take a slow shot on target. And Atomic, this player has been extremely involved, especially in this series. He's been very demo hungry. He hasn't made as many demos as I think he would like, but you can catch him out so often to find these shots. No demo necessary, just a long, wide laser from the mid.
That caught Justin kind of gravitating over towards that corner boost. To his credit, he had the timing right. It spawned for him. The problem is, Atomic just took a shot right into an empty net. So NRG strikes first again. Of course, they were the only team to strike in game 1. Gen.G yet to solve the puzzle as this bounces all the way towards Daniel. They'll try to leave it laterally for Atomic. Ball given away though, and Atomic has to range back with the save. Daniel's got the second save, and Beast Mode will try to run forward, and a demo on Justin. Daniel flip reset on target and cheese the save.
It's nice to hear Daniel's name getting called out a lot too. He was very quiet in his last series against the Ultimate. So seeing him get involved a lot is a great sign for those NRG fans out there. But for Gen.G, Justin tries to make a down pass to himself. This is in favor of Gen.G Mobile 1 for now, though they will lose it to the hands of Atomic. This takes his time. Reset almost over Magic Bear. Follow-up from Daniel coming over one. Wide shot off the side. There could be a follow-up here, but she's just enough to keep this one out. And the pass over to Magic Bear's a shot on target. And Gen.G Mobile 1 will tie the game.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Welcome to the series. Magic Bear just speeds one right by Atomic. He never had a chance. Top left. Perfect snipe. That's how Gen.G gets back into the game and series.
Off the kickoff.
Oh, great
like
fake challenge by Cheese.
Just a little ahead of themselves too. Daniel reset one, try to go under. Here comes Atomic. Just really lurking in the shadows of it. Low boost all the way around for Gen.G, but that's not going to stop them from getting in that NRG side. And 3 minutes on the clock in a tied game. Who's the first to take control and bump off the play? A reset in the net. Daniel's the one to lead NRG back.
I mean, Atomic just points Justin out of the way. Daniel stays with the play. What an impressive effort out of Daniel and Atomic. It looked like they just made something out of nothing.
That's exactly what they did. I mean, again, Daniel had been so quiet, and Atomic feels very aggressive in this one. You can tell there's a level of confidence to his play style right now. He's just teeing up Daniel and now teeing up Beast Mode to take one shot after the other. Atomic really just wants them to get into this one as quickly as possible. Kind of another day in the office vibes, right? Back to where they have always been. in peak form in a final against teams that they know they can beat.
NRG again trying to just draw out the Gen.G defense. You see Butterball's going to the back wall wide of the net, try to get them to pounce on what they're expecting to be a shot. They have to respect it. Beast Mode towards the net, easily collected by Cheese, and then Beast Mode deleted off the field. 3 rotation for him as he's back into the play, but it's Atomic making the initial stop. Beast Mode has Daniel downfield, only Magic Bear to beat. Double tap, no, maybe another one needed. Magic Bear will climb up to collect that ball as Daniel just could not get on top of one and spike it down into the net.
Beast Mode taking his time. You already see Atomic looking to carry it. He does. It's a wide shot though, good attempt. Cheese and Magic Bear wanted to work together, but Beast Mode's done an incredible job taking this ball back a number of times. This is one of the fewer ones that Gen.G had gotten now, but immediately have to retreat to make the save. They will. As Cheese takes his time, loses control on this one. Magic Bear there to bail him out. Justin just a little too far forward. He's got to be careful. Beast Mode had gone for the rush, and it's popped up to the hands of one player that could score right here, but off the crossbar it goes.
Beast Mode has Daniel coming on, Atomic in behind. Final minute now. NRG just battle stations at this point. Was like an assembly line. Next one up. Atomic will just slot it in on the right side. And it just looked like they lulled Gen.G to sleep. And Cheese never had a chance with Daniel coming across.
I mean, you talk about that bait and play style, right? It's a lot of kind of making Gen.G stay on their toes and, you know, question, all right, how long can you stay in a spot? It's almost like they're playing chicken with them on defense, right? It's like, how long are you willing to sit there and wait for this ball to come at you? And NRG is down to wait till the final moment. But Gen.G, they haven't had a couple moments on offense in a while. They finally get out. 30 seconds left on the clock, though, to find 2 goals. They need something here. As this one stays out, Justin's bump attempt isn't even going to help them in the slightest on this. And 20 seconds to go, NRG are in a very favorable position. And once you hit that 10-second mark, if Gen.G can't get to that other side, it's looking like it's going to NRG.
Yeah, got to score right here to have a chance at a kickoff goal. There's a demo that takes out Daniel, but it's not enough. NRG take another one by 2 goals, this time 3-1, as they have seized control firmly of the series.
NRG's even playing at their peak form right now. So Gen.G, Mobile One, they've got a huge challenge ahead of them, and they need to get a grip on this series before it really starts to get away from them.
Justin beat Daniel in the grand finals of Winter Regional 1 back in 2022. That was the last time Justin won an NA Regional. Almost 1,200 days ago. Daniel trying to deny Justin yet again now. This goes the way of Gen.G. It's Daniel taking charge, coming out of the timeout. The F8 Stadium, the backdrop for a pivotal third game, or a crucial third game, I should say, for Gen.G. Because you drop this one, it's not exactly curtains, but against this NRG team. Daniel, right at the crossbar, Cheese up there to meet him. And Beast Mode trying to waste time, and Daniel's got to scramble back all by his lonesome. That's a tough ask. And he's done just enough putting that in a dangerous spot. Nobody else was there.
I mean, you got to be there, too, if you're Gen.G. You're watching that ball float across and nobody's in a position to run up. They might on this one, but even that's not enough. Cheese had the follow, and it's off the post and out, and NRG will make the clear. As Justin circles around, Atomic got the demo on the back end. Could have opened it, but Cheese got a steal. No breakaway off the 1v1 between him and Daniel. And a demo opens up the net, but Daniel just in time. He is unstoppable for this Gen.G squad. They cannot move past this kid.
NRG's just on another level right now. Daniel around Justin. G's out past Atomic with Beast Mode right there. He'll just lob it back in for himself. Then it around the boards, but Atomic taken out of the play. No problem as Justin brings it across. Magic Bear will have to turn around as Cheese dives in. Magic is up as well, and Atomic beat them all.
Atomic is one of those players, again, been very active throughout this series, and I truly feel has been a big difference maker for NRG to really get back into their groove and swing of things. On the other side, Cheese is that player that really can make a monumental difference for Gen.G Mobile One, but it is a lot quieter for Gen.G. They're getting silenced, boost dived, everything in between, and now there's no defense. Daniel is just magnet to this net. An unfortunate touch from Magic Bear. It's just Daniel right there lurking in the sky, takes it away, and it's a shot on targeted in.
And a theme for many of NRG's goals. There just has not been anybody back for Gen.G or anybody who could catch up to it. That's what that pressure from NRG will do to you. Get you all out of sorts. Cheese coming on. Can't get anything behind this ball towards the net. And Beast Mode's all over it. Beast Mode from the heavens leaves that for Magic Bear to send out to the corner. Daniel trying to stay with the play. He's done so. Got to take it himself, and Magic Bear's all over it still.
Just over 2 minutes left to go, and that is more than enough time for NRG to hold on to what they have. We've seen it time and time again. It only takes one goal for NRG to win a game, and most teams recognize that it is very difficult to get back into a tied scenario with them. Beast Mode already up there to catch, takes this one down to the ground. Low boost from Magic Bear, but that's not stopping Daniel from taking this to himself. He tried to bounce it up. He had the control to get back, but it's already cleared out from Justin around the corner in front of the net. But no follows from either of his teammates. Instead, they're forced to retreat against the NRG transition out.
"90 seconds. Daniel for Beast Mode, perhaps. He got the demo. Beast Mode's there, and it's 2-0.
You can see the smile on Beast Mode's face too. They're having fun with it at this point, right? Maybe had a little bit of stress. This is a completely different vibe though from what they had in the series against Gen.G yesterday, and of course having that good mindset, knowing you're getting a lot more back into the swing of things. That's gonna have a huge effect on the rest of this game and even the series. Justin over one to himself. Not a lot to work with here, but pinches off the side. It's a great read from Daniel. Just over 1 minute left to go. Gen.G Mobile One continue to stay in their 2-goal deficit.
The rest of North America hoping that NRG can help keep Gen.G at bay, and they're doing just that. Another roll right into the infield. Daniel finds Atomic, and that might be the exclamation point for game 3.
They're just back on it. I mean, this is a normal day for an older version of NRG, and I say older respectfully. I'm talking about the version that made 11 grand finals in a row, and there was never a doubt in anyone's mind that they would win. Now they're trying to get back into that, that time where there isn't a question mark next to their name. Speaking of question marks next to your name, Magic Bear and Justin got to work together on this one. Pass over to Magic Bear off the backboard, leaves it for Cheese. No follow-up there. It's denied by Atomic. And 22 seconds left to go. Unless they find something here and off the kickoff, all hope for game number 3 is lost.
6 assists, by the way, for Daniel. He may pick up another. Beast Mode to the backboard. Cheese has that one away. And NRG, after Gen.G's timeout, throws a shutout at DFH Stadium. And NRG is 1 win away from reclaiming the throne. Coliseum for game 4. And NRG's first of 4 shots at closing out Gen.G.
1 game away. That is where NRG sits between now and another grand final win, something they've missed out on for, in their eyes, quite some time. And Gen.G Mobile One, they've got a long road ahead of themselves. Not a completely impossible one, though. They do just got to take 1 step at a time to get back into this.
Cheese dropped down to Magic Bear. Tried to dance around Daniel. He got a piece of that somehow. Just renewed focus, especially for Daniel in beast mode. This shot blocked away by Matt coming from the back. Daniel's just going to throw one downfield. He'll chase it down himself, but Cheese is there to make sure it doesn't get anywhere near the net. So NRG will take another go. It is beast mode, and he'll score it all on his own.
I mean, you take your time, give yourself a little solo play on this. It's just a great catch from Beast Mode 2. The awareness, the reset, the placement back. You can see the smile on his face, knowing, you know, that was pretty peak from him right there. NRG, 1-goal lead, a minute into this one, potentially 2. But NRG, excuse me, Gen.G, for now, defended off, I say, as I caster curse the heck out of their defense. Daniel finds another goal.
And beast mode, I didn't even factor into this. I thought maybe somebody heard a boost behind them and got a little antsy. Nope, just Daniel letting one rip. 2-0. 10 goals in the series now for NRG. They've only conceded the 1. Pop up, Daniel. He's got Atomic bumping Justin out of the way, and that pinballs and ricochets out.
I knew we were going to be getting a completely different version of NRG when Sathu put his tweet out, and he kind of felt like it was on him, and he just apologized to the entire community. And this is the version of NRG we got literally the next morning. A 2-0 up. Like you said, only 1 goal conceded in the series so far. Gen.G probably scratching their heads like, man, like, why can nothing that we do work or stick? Cheese in the back end. He got that 100 boost pad to try and find something for Gen.G. Weak center here. Atomic's gonna take it away and transition NRG out.
3 minutes for Gen.G to mount any kind of resistance whatsoever against NRG. Beast mode blocked by Justin, but that's it. That's all they get. The 1 touch out of Justin is launched back up in midfield, almost just give it to them like, come on, try something, anything, please. NRG just wants to feel threatened one time as beast mode. High to the back wall, Daniel bringing it across, and Cheese there, the initial save. How many more will they all need to make? Magic Bear, quick turn over towards Justin, launch it downfield. Cheese got the demo. That's all they're gonna get out of it, even though they take it, no, it was Magic Bear taken out by Atomic. All still headed towards the net. Daniel recovers and booms it away.
And that boom is still getting followed. Magic Bear to the backboard. No boost to keep it going, though. In just over 2 minutes. Gen.G, Mobile 1, they gotta get back into this one here. Justin stopped, follow from Cheese coming up next. Down. And everyone from NRG just takes turns in such fluidity, too, to putting a hand up to each member of Gen.G.
Atomic looking to slot one in on the right side. Now it's real dangerous as Magic Bear just barely keeps that out with nothing in the tank. Trying to collect pennies. Trying to distribute them with Cheese, actually, as he got that out to the side. Now Daniel. Beast mode waiting. Still waiting. Daniel towards Atomic this time, though. And Magic Bear will have it away. Had to battle Atomic all the way to the corner boost. Everybody slows down for a moment, and Gen.G really can't afford to do that. They've only got 1:20 left in this final. As Cheese just got that at the goal line, and Daniel doing all he can to waste even more time.
There's 2 very different levels of energy that we were watching here. Beast mode off the back, double, a little wide. Atomic tried to make a cut and follow it, and so did Daniel, but like I said, 2 very different levels of energy. NRG is, you know, fluid. They are confident. This is coming to them with ease and just, it's natural. As for Gen.G Mobile 1, you can feel them trying to formulate a plan, trying to get creative, and nothing that they do, you know, goes unpredicted by NRG. 37 seconds left on the clock and a 2-goal lead. NRG are just moments away from a grand final win in the Open 4.
And they're just owning possession. This is clinical. This is the NRG that everybody's been accustomed to seeing. They've got Gen.G out here trying to play hero ball. Nobody knows who to. call off to take charge. Final countdown now. for NRG. They're going to add one more. Atomic, fittingly enough, adds his 4th of the series and punctuates the win for NRG.
Shouldn't have been anyone else either. This player has been so crucial to this grand final and just really getting NRG snowballed into success. Off the kickoff though, NRG will have their way with this ball, but it doesn't matter because they are back. NRG are your open for...
We are actually joined by one of those men, Beast Mode. Good to see you, man. You looked like you were having a great time out there. I gotta ask, one of the things as an analyst that I'm looking for in a series is, what's the moment I think it's over? Like, this was the deciding deal. For you, at what point did you know this match was over, this grand finals?
To be honest, it's kind of after we won the third game of the match. I think when you're down 3-0, it's really hard to come back, especially since how we were feeling. But honestly, after the first game, I noticed that they weren't playing as good as they were yesterday, and I know that we were just feeling a lot more comfortable. So I would say like kind of those two answers, like after the first game, but obviously after the third game, we knew it was over.
You feeling comfortable, you're looking comfortable out there, Beast Mode. The ceiling bounce reset seems to be a favorite of everybody's this weekend. I swear every single lobby has a goal like that. But I don't want to ask you about that. What I want to ask you is how many plates are on that press for you now? What's your bench looking like?
That's a good question. I do hit it often. I probably could bench like 150 right now, 150, 160. Not too bad. I'm getting up there.
Okay. Okay.
Been working out every day recently, so we're getting there though.
Let's go. Love hearing it, man. Good stuff.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Love to see it. I mean, there's been a lot going on in NA with roster moves and such. And obviously, you guys knocked your rivals' ultimates out in a top 6 spot, which is kind of crazy because you guys, matched up in a major semifinal. I want to get your take on the lay of the land in North America and how you see things with all these teams.
Wait, say one more time that last sentence. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what do you see North America like? All the teams, how they stack up, where ultimates are, how Gen.G is. Is complexity going to be a threat? Will Space Station be a team that's fighting for a major? How do you see North America?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, sorry about that, but I do think North America is going to be better this split, especially Gen.G. I'm excited to see how they're going to do on LAN, if they make LAN, of course. But I think Justin's an incredibly talented player, so I think all 3 of those players are going to be really good on one team. And I do think Cole has a little bit of work on. I do think they could be really good with Frosty, but yeah, I'm excited. I think there's like 5 teams that can do really good at the majors, and we only have 4, so I'm excited to see how it does.
Okay, if you had to power rank Ultimates and Gen.G, obviously one you went to Game 7 with and one you swept today, but the one you swept today beat you yesterday. Who you putting over?
Definitely Ultimates right now, without a doubt. They're gonna be our rivalry still probably till the end of the season. I mean, Gen.G could take that spot or even take the #1 spot if they get better. But I definitely have Ultimates still.
As a competitor at heart, do you like it when there's a clear rivalry for your team, or do you enjoy it more when it's like you guys are an undisputed #1?
Honestly, like it when there's a rivalry because like it gets us more motivated to win against the teams. Like honestly, like we were probably way more motivated to win that semi or that game against Ultimates than we were against like even Gen.G in the finals, because that's just who we want to beat every single like regional, every single LAN. That's just who we want to beat. So I like the rivalry for sure.
I love that, man. Well, hey, congratulations again, back on top here. I want to give you an opportunity. You guys want to make any shout outs, and anybody you want to talk to, plug here. The floor is yours, man.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for everyone. Thank you to God, of course, you helped us through this regional, and thank you to all the doubters and everything. There's a lot of doubt after we lost against Gen.G, so it keeps us fueled and keeps us motivated. And just thank you for family and all the people who work behind the scenes as well, the casters and everyone. So thank you guys very much.
Beast Mode, a champion again here in North America. Congratulations, bud. Good luck in open #5.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, NRG with that win have secured 18 points it is now here for the second split, as well as $15,000. You can see the run they went on today. Had to play 3 matches, only dropped a game in one of those matches. Other 2 big old sweeps here as they flew
crazy,
on
man.
through.
I tell you, because I feel as well, same as Beast Mode, that Ultimates, NRG, they are the top teams. So for Ultimates to go out in top 6 and NRG to be the ones to put them out, there could be some crazy stuff happening. You never know how the bracket shapes up. Ultimates going out top 6 is a threat to their major appearance.
And I do want to highlight here while we're on the bracket, the Ultimates. You might be like, well, this was a fraudulent bracket because Ultimates were up against NRG in the quarterfinals. They should be meeting in the grand finals. Here's the thing: if they're both in the upper start of the bracket, it's really hard. Actually, it's pretty much impossible for you to run into each other before grand finals. So Ultimates being in the lower bracket because they struggled in group stage is the main reason why this happened. And then NRG being beaten by Gen.G. Like,
yeah, at the same time. Yeah, exactly that.
As long as they win, they do run into each other late in the bracket. But because they had some struggles earlier on in the format, that's what these results happen. So this isn't fraudulent. This isn't how this is how this goes when your teams lose. So everybody having an opportunity here. It's crazy stuff there. Gen.G Mobile One Racing.
Whoa! Who put this graphic together? Spaceman?
I think Spaceman might